What's going on, guys? So today I want to talk about coupon arbitrage yet again. Now there's two types of people that are going to watch this video, and I want to kind of talk about both types of those people and where you should basically kind of focus your attention and how you should approach this strategy and coupon arbitrage going forward. So coupon arbitrage, if you don't know, and we're going to talk specifically about Zon Deals here today, which is a coupon website where you can get Amazon products for up to 99 and sometimes free % off, and hence the coupon code, right? You're going to get a coupon code to buy it cheaper on Amazon. Then obviously the business model used to be that you take those products, you literally relist them back on the same Amazon listing. Hypothetically right here, you'd buy this for 22 cents from this coupon site. Using the coupon code, you'd get it, you'd send it right back into FBA, list it at $21.99, which is the retail price, and then make the sale at full retail, right? So that used to be the coupon arbitrage business model, although there are some problems that come with that now currently here toward the end of 2019 and probably for the foreseeable future, right? So right now you're going to get IP claims if you do that. You're going to potentially fight copyright claims, and there are certainly ways around that, although it's not necessarily worth the headache, in my opinion, to continually scale that business model up. When I first started doing online arbitrage, the very first online arbitrage business model that I implemented, right? It wasn't wholesale, it wasn't cashback, it wasn't, bulk deal, it was none of that stuff. It was literally coupon arbitrage, and it's so kind of intriguing to most people because you don't need to spend barely any money to do it, right? And by the way, you can make decent amount of money doing it, right? That said, it is no longer nearly as lucrative as it used to be. You still can make decent money with it, and I'm going to show you two ways that you can make decent money doing it today, specifically with Zon Deals, although there are a number of other websites in the course. There's two main ways to do it. First and foremost is the person, right? There's two types of people, two main ways. First type of person is the person that doesn't really care about the long-term health of their Amazon account. And keep in mind that you can always appeal a suspension, or you can always potentially, and we're just specifically talking about coupon arbitrage here, you can always get those claims off your account. There are many ways to do it. So that first type of person is going to buy these coupon products with the intention of reselling them back on Amazon and listing them under that same exact listing. And you can make a couple hundred, potentially a couple $1,000s a month doing so. Although keep in mind that you will be fighting those claims constantly from other annoyed sellers that don't realize that you do indeed have their product, or are just frustrated that you're relisting back on their listing. That is not the way that I recommend. That is the way that I used to do. That is the way that I used to only teach way back before I even started Online Arbitrage Pro, and I taught Retail Arbitrage Pro. That was the business model that I often taught, right? I don't recommend that. You can do that if you want, although I don't recommend it. Instead, what I do recommend is you use not just Zon Deals, but all the coupon websites that I go over. Here's a perfect example, and this is the person number 2 and the business model that I do suggest now. Here's a perfect example of a product that you can buy right now for 22 cents and make a great margin on. The only difference is you are buying this not with the intention of reselling it back on Amazon, but with the intention of buying it for 22 cents and then reselling it back on another website like Poshmark, Mercari, or eBay, which you can flip this very, very quickly. Most of the time, these coupon products are private label products, but they do have a market on these other websites. And the key here is you're not risking barely any money to get this, because a lot of times you'll see products that are like a cent or two. And a lot of times you're buying products that are under 99 cents, right? So you can literally buy 100 products for under 99 cents and you're only spending $100. And then, by the way, let's say hypothetically, you sell each of those products after fees, right? Because I know there's always the sticklers out there. After fees, you sell all those products for, let's say, a $6 profit margin on average. Then you're turning that $100 into a $600 profit margin, or excuse me, you're turning that $100 into $600 in revenue or profit, but then obviously your profit after what your cost of goods was ends up being $500 because you spent $100 to do that, right? So obviously you can scale this up, you can scale this down. There probably are a good 100 products from month to month that you can find on these coupon sites. Obviously I don't do it that much anymore. I just use it to supplement my other online arbitrage business models because I focus more on wholesale, liquidation, on books, and bulk deal arbitrage, right? That said, you can certainly hop on all of these sites, and there are a number of them, and buy all of these deals super, super cheap because look, this has a retail value of $21.99. So what I'd recommend for an example here is buy this for 22 cents, then list it on all of these sites for $21.99. But you can sell this pretty easily eventually. It might not sell within that first couple days or that first week, but eventually it will sell and you will make a great margin on this. List it at $21.99, and if you end up selling it for $15, you'll probably still end up making a profit margin after fees of like at least $8 to $10 on that specific product, and you only spent 22 cents to get it. So this is just one example of a site, Zondeals, that you can buy all these types of products. Now, I have since sorted it lowest price here, but there's a number of other products. Look, this is going to retail for $24.99. It's a helmet adapter. You can buy it for $2.50. That's a great profit margin right there. Now, obviously, if you resell this back on Amazon, you're pretty much locked into that profit margin, although you run the risk of long-term kind of fighting all those claims, a lot of that stress and a lot of the headaches that come along with it. And in my opinion, it's just not worth it because I'm focused on more scalable business models like the wholesale and the bulk arbitrage and the bulk, right? So I want to protect the long-term health of my Amazon account, and I don't want to be worried and spending a lot of my valuable time fighting those claims on a daily basis or a weekly basis. In fact, I'd rather just personally get these super cheap, resell them back on eBay, Poshmark, or Mercari to keep my inventory up for very, very cheap cost of good prices, and then increase my revenue and my profit that way, and that's what I recommend that you do. So I'm not going to, insult your intelligence and waste your time and sort through this website, but clearly you can see there's over a $10 profit margin right here to be made. There's over a $20 profit margin right here to be made. If we filter this right here, a different way, you might see other looks of products. So there's a number. Here's one right here that you can spend for $7.80, and it's saying it retails for $39. That's probably not something I necessarily recommend going after. But here's a good example right here. $3.74 you're going to buy to get this and source this shirt. It looks like a fitness shirt to your door. You could easily list that back on Poshmark, Mercari, or eBay, and I do this all the time with cashback products for like 25 bucks. Now you might not make a $25 sale, but you can drop the price eventually and make maybe a $15 or an $18 sale. And then look, that's a $15 potential profit margin, if not more, just for doing this. And the cost of good is super, super cheap. Another thing that sells really well on eBay, you can't sell them on Mercari. You're not supposed to sell them on Poshmark, but you can get away with it, are nutrition supplements. So right here, you could buy this for $7.75. List this nutrition supplement, and this is a bad example because it's $7.75. A lot of times you're going to be buying something that's a lot cheaper than $7.75, right? I never usually spend more than like $2.50 on a coupon product, but there are a lot of good products that you can use to increase your inventory, make more sales on eBay, Poshmark, or Mercari, and make more revenue and profit for the bottom line of your business. But there's plenty of examples here. Literally write down every website, watch every tutorial, write down every website that I go over and reference, and then put that list next to your computer and source those single websites every morning. It might take you a half hour to sort through all those websites to buy maybe 5 to 10 coupon products, if not more, that you can then resell back on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay for a profit. Now let's hypothetically pull the calculator up again. Let's hypothetically say that maybe you're buying 7 coupon products a day across the 20 sites maybe that I've covered on this actual channel. And in the course, I think there's like 30 or 40 of them. I honestly haven't counted in a long, long time. So let's say hypothetically you buy like 7 a day, right? There's 30 days in a month on average. That's $210 products that you're potentially getting where you can make a good margin on. That's decent money every month, right? Now, I don't recommend that you sell them back on Amazon, although that's more short-term focused because, yeah, you're going to make good money in the short term, but you're going to spend a lot of headaches and time fighting those IP claims, and it could result in a suspension if you try to scale it up too much, too fast, like I'm recommending here. What I recommend instead, and I've said this a million times because I want to hit it home, is instead sell all those products back across Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, list them all in every place, and then when you sell it on one, pull it off the others. It'll go a lot faster if you're using all 3 to your advantage. So let's even say it's not 7 a day. Let's say you only buy 3 a day, which you will definitely buy a lot more than 3 a day across all those. But let's take the very, very, very conservative estimate for the sticklers out there. Let's say 30 times 3. That's 90 products a month that you're getting. Now, if you make even $5, which is really, really low, and also 3 products a day is also very, very low across the majority of these websites that I'm talking about that I've listed and done tutorials on. But let's say you get 90 products, you only make a $5 profit margin across all of those. Then you're looking at $450 profit every single month just for hopping on these coupon websites and relisting them and selling them across other sites like Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. And the risk to you is super, super minimal because you're probably spending next to nothing to get these products. Now, this is going to be your profit, your take-home profit after seller fees, after your cost of goods and what it costs you to spend, right? You might end up spending, if you're doing, let's say you bought 90 products for an average of like $1 a product, you're spending $90 to potentially make that $450. So maybe you pulled in $540, right? And that ended up being $450 profit. While it is kind of, not greedy is the wrong word, but it is ambitious to try to sell all these back on Amazon and not something I recommend. You can go that route if you're more focused on short-term cash flow and you need some money right now. Although don't be surprised if you get hit with IP claims, copyright claims, and you're fighting to save the health of your Amazon account. That is something that comes with it now. Or you could just go the main way that I recommend that I use to supplement my online arbitrage buys and simply buy these with the intention of reselling them back on Poshmark, eBay, or Mercari.